The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First and 10, Young. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they get after them early.
And it's third down.
Third and long for Young. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Callaway on the return. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So now the Bengals offense, they'll start with great field position. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, sixth-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give him a better chance to lead the team to wins.
Minshew, first and 10. He'll get this to Eckler. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's another Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down.
Brings up second and 10.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Again, Minshew looking to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. From the 8, they've got it first and goal. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
7-yard line.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Out of the gun is Minshew. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
K.J. Hamler returning it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Young from the shotgun. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's 3rd down.
Young now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one. But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still,
and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball in the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
Hamler now to return it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Hamler on the return. The Jaguars take over first and 10.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. of the gun. It's Young. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now it's the backup Smith. And he's got a new one. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
First down, Jacksonville.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Smith.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. They'll wind up losing 7 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Smith throwing again. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45.
A gain of 13.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
That's good.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Hey, tight there.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now Minshew. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
These preseason games are big in the development of rookie receivers, and now their teams want to see if they're going to be truly NFL caliber. So oftentimes, offensive coordinators will call certain plays to see how they react. Give them a big check mark for that one.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Martin, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. From 4 yards out, and the Bengals add on to their lead. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken in at the 3. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And here again comes Gardner Minshew. He's played a pretty clean 1st half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A nice gain of 21 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Robert Tonyan was the one he was looking for, and now it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Minshew sets to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we have reached halftime. Boy, rough crowd. No football for 6 months already. We're skipping halftime. All right, let's get right back to the action. We're set for quarter 3. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That second down play nets a -4. But that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Choose pass. Intended for Robert.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Tate on the return. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Collins.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
What's up, man?
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6.
39-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Smith. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged...
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Bengals have recovered it.
The pass. A fumble on the play.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Ryan Smith, the one in on the stop.
48-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just shy of midfield, Minshew is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The ball carrier.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Look at me. Go.
It's Eckler again. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 19-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. First target, first catch, and a first down.
At the 6-yard line. That's the end of the third quarter.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Here's Minshew. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. From 6 yards away, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Joey Slye.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10. At their own 26.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And this showing really not a good one on either side of the ball, but still 3 more preseason games to follow and a lot to play for here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Jenkins able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Go, go, go. Hey, watch that, keep dribbling.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Got a man. Slayton. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. He was brought a gain of 3, 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Once more, here's Eckler. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Eckler, the ball carrier.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 3rd down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Switch up.
And they'll indeed take a knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
We got 4. Mike 55. It's our field. Go.
And they will take a knee here.
tonight.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there